Hey guys, welcome to Cosmic Native Readings. This is just a general oracle card reading for the day, for the collective. And today I pulled number 24, Ascended Master, Mary Magdalene, and Aqua Aura Quartz. The card is called Divine Alchemy. Like, subscribe, share, all your guys' support. I really appreciate. It really does so much to help the channel grow. Also, by liking and subscribing, you are sending me your energy virtually so that I can connect with it clear and so you guys resonate with the messages in these readings. Okay, so let's get into this card that I picked today. Okay, here we go. Divine Alchemy. It says, we bring you the blessing of divine alchemy. Divine alchemy is the art of transmutation, the application of spiritual consciousness to the physical form, so profound that an entirely new form evolves. It is irreversible change. It is the coal transformed into the diamond, the lead of sleeping matter awakened into the radiant gold of consciousness. Successful alchemical transformation requires patience, courage, and belief in the power of spirit above all else. The radical and permanent transformation affected by divine alchemy may seem miraculous to the outsider viewing the changed form. Yet the alchemist knows that when spiritual consciousness meets physical matter, the world will never be the same again. Alchemists have often been considered eccentric. They appear to labor on tasks that mainstream either don't comprehend or consider impossible. Yet the alchemists of old and the modern day spiritual alchemists are the ones who see reality more clear and understand divine power most accurately. They know the healing transformational power of divine energy is beyond any limitation the mind can conceive. This is why they never assume that something is impossible. They are open to the workings of divine will and how healing can best happen, which is not always the ways one might expect. They do not see reality as fixed and the material world as a solid, unchanging form. They know that all creation is energy, and energy can change form. When higher consciousness is applied to the energy, the form which evolves is one of shining divine beauty. The sole task of divine alchemist, whether they think of themselves in those terms or not, is to repair the damage that fear-based consciousness has generated in the world. A divine alchemist may do this with a focus on environmental or socio-economic issues, or through the arts' creative expression, healing work with the body, mind, and soul, or through cooking and educating others about nourishment. Alchemists may do their work on the greater human collective, powerfully, but behind the scenes. They may do this by bringing higher consciousness into their own being and then allowing that to permeate their work in the corporate, financial, legal, or political sectors, or in the worlds of marketing and media, where their elevated spiritual frequency is so very needed at this time. No matter what realm you enter, your soul has the ability to trigger alchemical change, whether you are always conscious of it or not. Your presence is helping to repair bodies, minds, hearts, and souls from the terror that has been conditioned into them over lifetimes. You are helping to heal the doubt, fear-based habits, and self-destructive behavioral patterns that plague the human collective psyche. You are here to apply love, higher understanding, and wisdom to the world. In the application of that higher consciousness, alchemy begins. And in time, genuine divine beauty rises up out of the sacred fires of transformation. The ugly duckling realizes it is a swan. Alchemy always starts with the alchemist. It is will and belief that empowers the alchemist to continue with their sacred work, even if it is misunderstood or dismissed by those that don't know any better. I apologize, guys. There's like a chainsaw or a like, what is that thing called? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, sounds like they're sawing or chain, or what is it? Like a saw against concrete. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, hopefully that's not too bad. Okay. When the Oracle of Divine Alchemy comes to you, you are being advised that something in your world, perhaps even in your body, is going to be blessed with healing transformation so profound it can never be undone. This spiritual repair is not simply a patch-up job, but a profound reconstruction that will change the substance, quality, and consciousness of that physical world reality. There will be a purging and a reconstruction. This oracle also comes to you with a message for your alchemical empowerment. Whatever you want to change in your physical world can change. What is needed is a commitment to the consciousness, growth, and unconditional trust in the process. Don't give up until it is as you would wish it to be. You must believe in yourself and in the power of divine. The art of divine alchemy will express itself through you and the world around you shall be blessed by its healing power. So it says, if you wish to further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card, take a photo or screenshot or whatever of this card, with the mandala image facing inwards at the throat chakra, at the lower neck and the base of your throat. That's where the throat chakra is. You may like to hold the card horizontally rather than vertically. It doesn't matter. Whatever's comfortable for you guys. Relax and breathe in and out several times. Then say aloud, I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any doubt or fear of my ability to know and embody higher consciousness. I choose to place unconditional trust in the loving transformational power of consciousness and cultivate my own awareness daily, aligning into unconditional love. May the blessing of divine alchemy restore my physical reality into absolute alignment with divine will and unconditional love. May all divine alchemists be so empowered that together we can create heaven on earth for all. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. And then it says, you can further finish the integration and healing process of this card with this affirmation. So say aloud 3 times. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and my world. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and my world. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and my world. Okay, that was the message today, and that message was amazing. So basically, it's saying that you cannot really manifest, it's saying, or you can't actually produce the transformation precisely and accurately unless you have faith, pretty much, in the divine, in a connection with divine. So if you just study alchemy and all the old stuff and all this and that, and you don't have a connection to the spirit world, the light, and have faith, and you live in a fear-based world where you're afraid to do something on your own, you don't believe in yourself, you run, say you are someone who's superficial, and you have all these, a checklist, the person you date has to have money, they have to be this, they have to be that, but you're fine. Say that you're fine. You're fine and self-sufficient. But you're afraid, that person's gonna drain you of all your money and you're gonna be poor. That is fear-based. You aren't believing in yourself. You're not believing that the divine will be there and won't let that happen. You know what I mean? You have to believe in divine that everything's going to work out, and face a fear. If not, you're going to be forced into it. Sometimes that is better for some people, because I notice that most people have to be forced to do things. Not bad. No, I'm not saying bad. Bad, don't force anybody to do something bad. But if you have behavior problems or bad habits or even addictions, those are lower vibrational and things attached to you from you, who knows, and especially when you get around people that are narcissistic and Jezebel spirits, that have had a lot of childhood trauma, they have a lot of low vibrational things attached to them. And they're really good at hiding it. But if you're an empath, or you can see through lies, you might not be able to always say, that's a bad person, because that's not fair. It's not their fault when they're a child, but what I'm saying here is people like that don't understand that they have these things attached to them. They don't understand how serious it is, because you won't ever, if you're living in that mind frame or in that kind of a lifestyle, and you refuse to find some spiritual path, so you're that's so stupid, I believe in science, when we're finding out as the years progress that they're saying that the spiritual world is more and more becoming part of science. So what happens then, So it's really important, to talk about these things, because the sooner that these people, narcissists never have they know everything, and they don't take advice because they know everything. They don't go get help. They don't go to therapy because they don't have a problem, So I'm just making that as an example. So the more we talk about it and the more you make it something that's a normal everyday thing, these people will have to adopt it, because they're the kind of people that are followers. They go with the crowd. It's a social norm. They have to, or they feel like, they're not going with what society wants, So that's where the light worker comes in, and that's what it's saying. It's like light workers, empath, like super empaths, and star seeds, and I can go on. We came here on the planet at this time to help heal. And all of these teachings are things that, like, I already kind of did in my everyday life, not because I learned it from anywhere. That's how I don't know. That's what I figured, And I bet you guys are the same way, and I bet you guys are like, yeah, me too. I don't know. That's how I just kind of figured. Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind my entire life that reincarnation, that's what happens. That's a given, right? And the reason why I believe this is because I believe that if you can imagine something like that has never happened to you, okay? Say something like, I read a book about the soul, and in the beginning of the book, it said, I'll find out the name and I'll put it in the description. It said in the book, in the beginning, it was talking about how being your soul, okay, being a warrior, or being a farmer, back in like the 1500s, okay? Say you're a farmer, you have land, and that's what you do every day. You have a family and you love them, and that's all you do, okay? But then say the king wants you to now stand up to these crazy Viking warriors, tons of them, that are crazy. Like, you guys have seen Vikings, I'm sure. Those are some burly dudes. Like, they will mess you up. They will, yeah, the chicks are even like burly. So it's like, they give this example of like, you have no choice. You have to go to war. So then it fast forwards to, you're sitting there wearing this heavy iron, like, shields, and you're holding a heavy iron shield that is freaking so heavy that it's hurting your arm, and the sword you can barely pick up with your other arm. So, and you just hear the roaring coming over the hill, and it's the Viking, it's the burly dudes, and you're just a freaking farmer. You're not a warrior. You're not a killer. You just like to grow corn or something, who knows? And then they say it's like, you hear the roaring and the adrenaline, and the tears are coming down your face because you're terrified, and then lights out. You didn't even get to pick up your sword because you were in such shock, and you lay there, and your eyes are opening, and you can feel yourself pouring into the earth, and the soil, and light comes, and you become a part of everything. And reading that, it's almost like that it was so profound to me when I read it. I'll tell you guys the book, because I know I didn't explain it as good as the book did. But, like, I was like, oh, that must mean that if you can imagine things to such a, like, profound detail, that that means you've had a past life, right? That has to be, because how can you imagine something so horrendous or so, I mean, yeah, we have scary movies, but I mean, like, it's the details of like you're pouring into the soil. That's blood. There's talking about your blood just pouring into the soil, and it's almost like you can smell it, and you can feel, like if you were to feel like, say you're playing with your friend and someone comes and pours a cup of water down the back of your shirt, but trying to do it all like slick, so it slowly pours down. Like, that's how I'm trying to find an example of like how water feels when it's pouring slowly down your skin. And like that kind of detail is just like, it almost makes you feel like you're there and you're experiencing it when you read this book. And it's like, and then the book's about like how the soul goes through life, and then when it leaves life and what happens, and the journey through like all of the lessons. And you have to, like, it's amazing. Also, I promise you, I will put it in the description. It's a Kryon book. That's all I remember. It's called The Journey Home or something. I don't know. Anyways, I just ranted. But what I'm saying is, people that have that kind of ability, that are very compassionate, that are very empathetic, and don't understand what is wrong with people in this world when they're so concerned with their fancy car and conquering the girl at work, in the office, like, I'm gonna be employee of the month, and it's just like or getting all the awards in school as a kid. Like, who cares? You're going for yourself, not for someone else. It's not a competition. So the competition mindset is dying out right now. We're killing it. But yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example, I think, of why people can't manifest a lot of the times. And that is because now it's the people that are like usually are manifesting the most right now, that will continue to manifest like crazy, are the ones that understand spirit, and are connected and have faith, and are trying to bring more compassion and consciousness to the world, and trying to get people to work together, not against each other. And so we can save our earth. We can create more love and happiness for each other, because there's way too much sadness and mental health right now, and this is all because of that competition mindset. But it's funny because I know a lot of people that live in that competition mindset. Like, I have a lot of friends that are like that. Now I don't have as many anymore, but that's how everybody used to be. But now it's like the ones that are still like trying to live in that mindset, I noticed that they used to I wouldn't call it manifesting. They would just push their way into getting what they wanted, or push over people and bully people, you know what I mean? To get to the top, to climb that ladder. And the lying and, just deceptive and sneaky and tricky, and, and they think they're clever and they're a business person. And it's like, all those people are not going to be able to receive any more like that so easily. It's all the people who have actually had the hardest time because they're the ones who just had faith, and they're like, yeah, I believe in the universe, woo! And you know, never become spiritual. Like myself, we're gonna start, because right now we're all getting our good karma, because we've all, the ones that have stuck to it and it, you know, passed all of our tests and everything. And I think right during COVID was a time that was very confusing for light workers and starseeds, because we were being attacked by low vibrational people that I don't know why. You know, you question, like, why would somebody be so, like, why don't you just live your own life? Like, focus on yourself. Why are you trying to destroy someone who's so kind and does nothing but want to help others? Like, it's so weird. And I know that all of us have gone through this. Most of us have. If you're a light worker, then for sure you for sure have. So I'm just gonna leave it there. This was such an eye-opening card. So far, my favorite out of all of them. But I've only posted, like, what? This is like the fourth one or third one. So I guess we'll see the next one. These cards. I'm telling you, these cards are amazing. It's called the Crystal Mandala Oracle. It's by Alana Fairchild. You guys gotta get this deck. So another thing is if I get more subscribers, I actually have 2 brand new decks of this deck. So I would love to give it away. I just got to get some more support for the channel, because I'm trying to get this little community and help this grow for us light workers in the collective. So like, subscribe, share. Your guys' little thumbs up on the like button or on the bell makes such a difference. It's such a help, and I appreciate it. So subscribe, and yeah, and I have 2 decks to give away, and you guys get crystals and stuff. It'll be freaking awesome. And I have candles. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to just give away to people, so for supporting me. So it's a win-win situation. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next reading. So have a good rest of your day. Bye. Oh, and sorry for the construction. Okay, bye.